Listen to me when I speak about how I'm feeling. Being young, black and proud doesn't mean I don't need emotional healing, mental shielding. I'm still broken down by the racial profiling. It's hard to keep on building. My name is Tashinga and I'm 19 years old and I'm a spoken word artist and an activist. I want to share with you how racism has affected me as a young black female growing up in the UK. So I would say that my first experiences of when race became a factor of my life was in primary school, literally as young as year 1, 2, 3, when people, other young kids would ask me, why is your hair like that? Why is your skin so dark? Is your skin just dirty? Do you not wash enough? And these were coming from a point of kids just being curious. And what angers me now is that the parents should have been having these conversations from a very, very young age. Because now me growing up, I lost a lot of confidence. I never thought I was a pretty little girl. I didn't look like the other kids who had long, straight blonde hair. People didn't understand why I looked different. They asked me, and of course I couldn't answer that. My mum had always told me that I was beautiful, but when the rest of society is telling me something different, there's this sort of Eurocentric version of beauty that me and myself, I can never really aspire to be like that. I never used to see any other dark-skinned black females who I could be like, oh, I look like her. That means I can be pretty too. It's like I'm branded by my age, race, skin, and ethnicity. It's like society tries to get rid of me. And I'm sick of holding down the real me. I'm sick of being made voiceless by the choking hands of my own insecurities. Now there was this whole thing about colourism, where being dark-skinned was seen as a masculine attribute. It was seen as being aggressive, intimidating. It was seen as something less desirable. The fact that I was now a dark-skinned, it meant that I couldn't be a pretty girl. So people used to say to me, oh, well, you're pretty for a dark-skinned girl. And it would be like, so being dark-skinned and beautiful can't be in the same sentence without it being out of the norm. So then at that point, that's when you hear people talking about bleaching, people talking about lightening their skin and all these different things that can really, really harm you. And these were the things that I was already thinking about when I was 12, 13, 14, 15, growing up, thinking that no one thought I was pretty. It's not like a thing where I could just go to the gym, get fit, gain a bit of weight. This was what I was born like. This is my skin tone. You see, it's hard trying to succeed when everyone's against you. Working so hard, but because of your skin, there's never a breakthrough. Only stereotypes that only come and detain you. I'm a black girl, so I'm rude with attitude and a lack of patience. Despite being like in top sets, well behaved, no detentions, I was still pulled up by some teachers, being told that I was intimidating to the other students. For example, during debates, if I'm being passionate, trying to show how I feel about things. And because we'll be talking about topics that really, really affect me, and because I'm getting into it, I'm suddenly aggressive, I'm suddenly intimidating. When it was like another child of another skin complexion, they were like really passionate, really smart about it and that kind of stuff. So again, that was me now being scared to share my voice. I thought if I say something, I'll look like this, I'll get in trouble. If I don't say something, then I don't have a voice. And at that time, having a voice seemed like the better option. They mistake my passion for aggression. They mistake my strength with intimidation. You see, it's hard trying to find an accurate black female representation. I just feel like it's so, so important from a very, very young age that we start empowering our youth. They need to know that they're beautiful. They need to know that they're strong, that they can do anything at all. And it's up to parents, other young people like myself, to tell them that from a very young age, because I was sort of hindered and affected by this kind of stuff growing up, because I looked at myself that I was the lowest of the low, that I couldn't speak up, I couldn't achieve anything. If you had asked me from primary school to secondary school if I would ever be on the BBC talking, I would have laughed and be like, no, I can't do that, I don't look like this, I don't speak like this, I can't do that. But it's up to us to be role models to the younger generations, because we shouldn't be facing this stuff anymore. I'm only 19 years old, but racism has been such a big part of my life since I was so young. Being black defines me so, so much when it shouldn't be. I am just Tashinga, I am just another young female. My race does not define who I am.